The concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Michigan State's offense will get first crack at it today. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too, and it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team, and it's not even close in this in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better, and a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Brown will throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Spartans will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He takes it at the 45. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Under fire. Running to Green. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Fires to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Wolverines are on the move. Flushed out of the pocket. Unloads to the right. Rolls it in. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Finds a tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target tight end running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. On the option. Now the toss. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Right back to the well. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Leaves it with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Corralled by the kicking team.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge your football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. I'll bet they'd sign up to start every drive first and goal from the 7. To the air, it's Slater. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal to go?
Going for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now on the option. The pitch. That might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll leave it with him. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Slater. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Complete to the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying play action. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Michigan! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. And he tacks on the extra point.
And Reese, we know the fullback's job. He's in there to block consistently, so it's a nice job by the offense, slipping him out of the backfield, throwing him a bone. He catches it, does the rest, and gets into the end zone.
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Brown wants to pass. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapting. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A little screen to the running back. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Dropping back, it's Slater. Right on the money. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Turning it on! Touchdown Wolverines! He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Swings it out to his running back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The gift to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Breaks into the open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Running behind that left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan Trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry is inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. The quick out. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Picks up the 1st down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Florida is currently ahead on the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there, and because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They're up by 11 over Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got his man all by himself. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Pass interference. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. There he goes. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Rides the back on the option, the give. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Under fire. A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holders. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.